You moved to a more defensive position back in May, according to you went to market weight on global equities. Given the PBOC, given the proclivity of the Fed to move, keeping the dream alive for rate cuts, have you shifted, or are you about to shift from equal weight, or from market weight, I should say, on equities?
So in late spring, we became slightly more defensive in our sector allocation. We have been market weight for a very long time, and we are monitoring things very closely at the moment. And our efforts are really focusing on the US markets and whether US economy and whether there is a recession in the offing. We have noted clearly that we have had two recessionary indicators, two reliable recessionary indicators which have flashed more caution recently. So the yield curve inversion is one there's been a lot of debate about that, but also the ISM new orders minus inventories series, which has turned negative. That suggests that economic times would be more difficult with a one-year view. Now, having said that, while the yield curve is a good indicator of recession, it's not a good indicator for a market peak. In the past, we've had instances where the market has peaked before the yield curve and many where the market has peaked after. In our view, this yield curve inversion has opened the door to a market peak. We want to continue to participate in the market, but we think that over the next few months, some of the indicators might shift and the risk-reward balance might become less attractive.
There used to be an assumption, Frederique, that we would see some kind of trade war truce before the 2020 elections in order to goose the economy and help President Trump's chances of winning another term. What do you think the likelihood is at this point that we see some sort of trade war peace break out?
Well, a truce is possible as authorities realize how negative it is for the economies, but a comprehensive deal is probably less likely. The damage is being done at the moment, and you'd have really to step back a lot in order to improve the situation. So a truce, a plateauing, yes, but things have really escalated over the last few months, and a very, very comprehensive deal, because let's remember, it's not only about trade, it's about intellectual property rights, it's about reforming the Chinese economy. So it's difficult to see all of this happening over the next 6 months before the presidential election is in full swing.